Who remembers the time when Herman Mashaba was once hailed as a free market champion capitalist? That was a very long time ago. Now we have learned he was in fact the very man who ended up opening the door for the grifter Julius Malema to loot the city of Johannesburg and become a millionaire in the process. Instead of standing on principle, the former mayor of South Africa's economic hub and largest city bent the knee to race politics, and in doing so handed the city's electricity utility to the EFF on a silver platter for them to loot and bleed it dry. Through political deals struck in the shadows between Mashaba and the EFF, this then DA mayor of Johannesburg turned city power into a cash machine for insiders, contractors, and political patrons. In today's video, I will expose just how Herman Mashaba, once hailed as this champion of liberalism, opted for race national loyalty over serving the people of the city he was entrusted with. The deal that set everything in motion happened quietly in September 2017. Instead of turning to his DA colleagues, Herman Mashaba approached Julius Malema and Floyd Shivambu to help pave the way for the man the EFF wanted to take over the reins at Johannesburg City Power, Lerato Sechedi. Within days, Mashaba, Malema and Shivambu secured the job for Sechedi and allowed the EFF to gain control of Johannesburg's electricity utility. Not long after, trouble began to surface. Reports emerged of tenders being manipulated, contracts redirected, and money moving through front companies tied to insiders and their families. From there, the trail of cash grew even more twisted. One company, F&J Electrical, not only scooped massive contracts, but soon sent hundreds of thousands of rands into Santa Clara, a Malema-linked trust. Mashaba's political dealings with Malema's soon looked less like governance and more like a feeding trough. The utility meant to power Johannesburg was instead powering a web of insiders, contractors and their political allies, with residents left in the dark while the money flowed upward, and Julius Malema quietly converting all of those streams into property, luxury projects, clothes and personal wealth. On 27 September 2017, then Mayor of Johannesburg Herman Mashaba fired off an email, not to the DA colleagues, but to the EFF's Julius Malema and Floyd Shivambu. Attached was a mayoral committee decision backing Lerato Sechedi for a 5-year contract as managing director of City Power. Mashaba argued that the board moved quickly to ratify it. The strange part was not just a DA mayor briefing opposition leaders, but in the tone of the email in which he seemed to be almost pleading. One DA councillor later admitted Mashaba had simply bowed to the EFF's demand to appoint Sechedi. Another email even tied the appointment to threats of an EFF walkout in the council that very same day. Mashaba believed his political plans for the city of Johannesburg were doomed without Malema's backing, and Sechedi became the bargaining chip with which he chose to woo the EFF. And in the end, Mashaba may have secured some of his policy proposals, but in the process effectively handed control of Johannesburg electricity and infrastructure to the EFF. Soon afterwards, the scandals predictably began to pop up one after the other. Allegations surfaced of tenders at City Power being rigged by senior management, with kickbacks routed through front companies like Onego African Power linked to family members and associates. Millions moved through these channels, withdrawn in cash or invested in properties. By late 2018, City Power awarded a 1.5 billion rand contract for capital and maintenance work. A losing bidder, Infinite Blue Trading, went to court, and in May 2019, Judge Roland Sutherland threw out the deal. He ruled the tender riddled with irregularities and deliberate manipulation, ordering a re-evaluation and a probe by Sechedi himself. Absolutely nothing happened from that court order. The contractors kept working while City Power stalled in the court. And of course, in the meantime, the money trail kept flowing. As Micah Reddy and Paulie van Dijk reveal in their new book Malema, grabbed his opportunity to bankroll his party and himself amass a personal fortune. F&J Electrical, owned by Freddie Raffaello, scooped part of the original tender and a further 229 million rand electrification deal. Not long after, F&J paid 200,000 rands into Santa Clara, a Malema-linked trust. Santa Clara's director is Jimmy Matlabayane, a Polokwane-based DJ who goes by the stage name Jimmy Fire Malema and regularly performs at Makete Lodge, a business venture closely tied to Malema and his family's financial interests. The following month, another 400,000 rands reached Santa Clara, this time via Baberwa FC, a lower league soccer club chaired by the City Power employee Joe Shonego. Records show Shonego had even approved payments to F&J while his club funneled money towards Malema. Eventually he was dismissed for negligence and Setshedi was forced out, but the damage was already done. City Power had become a feeding up for insiders head by Malema. Malema walked away from these deals that were ushered in by Herman Mashaba, absolutely stinking rich, while Johannesburg citizens were quite literally left in the dark. Before we get to how rich Malema got, take a time and join our WhatsApp group to receive free updates if you enjoy our work. All the steps are on the banner underneath me. By means of these corrupt dealings, Julius Malema secretly amassed a property portfolio worth at least 21 million rands, or almost $1.3 million. This empire includes elaborate renovations on a Johannesburg house, a luxury lodge and farm in Polokwane, and a small holding in Limpopo, all of which are held through trusts and private companies, and none of which were properly disclosed in Parliament ever. And the fact of the matter is that Herman Mashaba, who was the DA-appointed mayor of Johannesburg at the time, facilitated all of this through the deals he made with the EFF while being the DA's candidate for mayor. Not long afterwards, Herman Mashaba left the DA, accused the party of racism and started his own party, who were supposed to be competition for the DA, but only ended up competing in the same race nationalist faction of voters as the ANC and EFF. These revelations should of course destroy any credibility Mashaba may have left among any sensible citizens of this country. Which is kind of ironic because when Mashaba left the DA to start Action SA, many had hoped that it would offer a viable classical liberal free market alternative for black voters in South Africa in the political landscape, one that may move away from some of the more hard left-wing positions, for example, on BEE and immigration, prevalent almost in all of the other major parties that compete for the black vote in this country. After all, Mashaba had previously chaired the Classical Liberal Free Market Foundation between 2012 and 2014. But Mashaba has made a complete turn, transforming his party into a propaganda machine for radical, revolutionary Pan-Africanist policies, even often ashing out at ANC for not being radical enough. And even while attacking the Afrikaners' right to establish their own communities, Mashaba, as mayor of Johannesburg, opted for racial solidarity over principles when he secretly aligned himself with the EFF and in the process enriched a man who has openly been calling for the genocide of white South Africans for almost 2 decades by now. Mashaba had an unprecedented opportunity to unite liberals from all over the political and racial spectrum behind him. As former chairman of the Free Market Foundation, he was probably the single black career politician in this country who enjoyed the most support among white and colored voters. Yet, he chose to turn his back on his own base. He opted to ally himself with Pan-Africanist black nationalists who called for the killing of whites, advocate communist ideals such as the expropriation of private property, and who he knew in advance were corrupt to the core. Yet, he gave them the keys to the treasury. It can be rightly said that Mashaba is a sellout and a disappointment. But at the end of the day, he is a manifestation of the ethnic and racial solidarity that has always characterized political engagement in this country amongst its black citizens. And he is a testimony to the hard reality that minorities in this country simply cannot trust the majority to protect our rights and interests. In this regard, we here at the Willem Petzer Group do our part to unashamedly stand for the interests of our people. This is why we do our part to take the cause of our people to our most powerful international friends. For an example of that, watch the video you can click on here to watch on your screen. And remember to become a member of the Willem Petzer Group by following the simple instructions outlined at the bottom of your screen. With your help and your support, we are able to keep these videos coming and change the hearts and minds of people. Goodbye and God bless.